Alright, so now I pulled the beef out. I'm letting it cool. Okay, and then next step, I'm taking... This is just some sliced up garlic, sliced really thin, and I'm frying that in the oil now. The oil fat mixture. And you just want to get it like nice and blonde, you know, you don't want it to burn. You're like making little garlic chips, and that'll be good in the stir fry once it's done. Okay. And essentially, because these are actually going to be in the finished stir fry, I'll just put them onto the sides of the wok and then fold them into the ultimate product. And that'll keep them warm. Smelling pretty tasty. And then to the side of this, I essentially just got some normal washed white rice. Alright, so that one's starting to look nice and toasty. A few of these are starting to look toasty. That should be just fine for a stir fry. Because we want them just underdone, because they're going to cook in the almost finished stir fry as well. And we got a couple more components, so I wouldn't worry about the fat too much, because it does look like a lot of fat. But we still got to cook like a whole bunch of steak, you know, bell peppers and onions to get this one. That one, yep. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so this is seasoned marinated ribeye in just a simple pre-made teriyaki. Salt, pepper, you know, standard beef teriyaki sauce. Essentially, just been marinating in the fridge. So now you got the teriyaki, you got the fresh beef in here. This is just some thinly sliced ribeye too, so you wanted to get some. But that cooled off the oil, because the teriyaki and everything, it was all in the fridge. So now we got to turn the heat up, and that will, you know, get it nice and cooked. Alright, so it's literally, you know, just stewing. It's stewing, it's cooking in all that oil, that teriyaki sauce. The beef's starting to brown. We don't want to take it off quite yet, though, because it's still got a little ways to go. Now, if you wanted to at this point, you could essentially mix in the sauce with a little bit of cornstarch to thicken it. You know, I don't like a particularly thick sauce, though, so I'm going to keep it thin. It's just cooking off. Water in that sauce is evaporating, and it's cooking down right now. The beef's starting to brown, and then we still got that garlic staying warm on the side. Alright, now that the beef is brownish, okay, we still got a lot of juice in the middle. I'm going to use some additionals. We got some onions, okay, and some bell peppers. Those cook for a minute in the sauce. Again, cold, so turning the heat down a bit. This is maybe like half an onion and 2 tiny bell peppers. We just want to let them stew in the middle. Then you got garlic on the outside, beef, and then bell pepper. Bell pepper and onions. Alright, so now the onions are starting to become see-through. That's when you want to mix everything else back in there. You want to get the garlic, you want to get the onions, you want to get the beef. You want to all stir it, and then completing your stir fry. Toss it together, toss it together. Nice, nice, nice. And this is one steak, I'm serving two of this. This is actually quite a bit of food for two people. You could do more if you had more people to feed, or maybe smaller cuts if it was just you. Alright, and we'll just let that cook for a bit. Alright, so I cooked it a bit more, and then these are just regular sesame seeds. See? Turn the heat down, because the sesame seeds will actually cook out, because they're so small, and you won't see them. So we just want to finish it with these sesame seeds. Turn the heat off, because the pan's still hot. Get it stirred. And I submitted this recipe to Kikyo-man a few times, because they do this contest on Twitter. However, I never see anybody win. And, it's actually a good meal. I don't know what they're fishing for, though. I did the first time carne asada, second time beef and bell peppers, because... Alright, and then... Oh, beautiful. Okay, so yeah, peppers and onions are cooked through. Beef is definitely cooked through. Beef is nice and tender. You can taste a little piece of that. And you should be able to chew through it fairly easily. And there you have it. This was one ribeye for these two bowls. You can obviously go a bit smaller or whatever, but I was actually pretty looking forward to this meal. So, essentially, I got the big ribeye, split it with Alyssa, and then, yeah. So that is beef and bell peppers.